Hi, I'm Beryl, and the theme for today's episode is durian. If you Google durian, one thing comes up time and time again. Durian has a terrible smell. But that is not going to dissuade me from this episode. The thing is, I went to the grocery store near my house, and unsurprisingly, they do not have durian, although they did have this huge pile of watermelons. So we're gonna head downtown to Chinatown. In Chinatown, you'll find a lot of these open-air carts selling all sorts of interesting and different fruits and vegetables. Here you will find durian. You'll find it whole with all of the spikes intact, but you will also find it dissected. So you don't have to go through the laborious task of cutting it up yourself at home, which I took full advantage of. And then since we were down there, we had to go to Tony's Rice Rolls and get a shrimp rice roll and a spam and egg sandwich because it's just what you gotta do when you're down there. So good. But all of that brought me back home, where I have now realized one important thing. This is my first time ever trying durian. The smell definitely is interesting. It's very soft, softer than I was expecting. I guess you kind of, wow, there's like a lot of flavors in one. It's like sweet and kind of sour, fermented flavored at the same time, but okay, I'm ready because today I'm gonna be cooking 4 different durian for dishes from 4 different countries. Let's get started.
Hi, my name is David Lee Huynh. This is my dog Lovebug, and I live in New York City. I'm originally from Louisiana, but my family is from Vietnam. Today I'm going to share a dish called Sinh Riêng. Sinh Riêng is Vietnamese for durian smoothie or durian milkshake. It looks like a yellow milkshake because it takes on the color of the durian. It's a very approachable way of getting into durian. It's very sweet, refreshing, and making it is super easy. The only 3 ingredients you really need are fresh durian, condensed milk, and regular milk. You can add ice if you want to, but a pro tip is to take fresh durian, freeze it, and then the consistency it becomes when it's frozen thickens up the smoothie anyway, so you can just use that. I love durian because it is such a fragrant fruit, and I have so many great memories of going to Vietnam during the middle of summer, during these intensely hot, tropical, humid summer days, running around with my cousins. And to cool off, one of the ways was to get Sinh Riêng. The taste is really difficult to describe. My girlfriend doesn't really like it because she thinks it tastes like socks. But I think it tastes like something really savory, sweet, and the texture is just so full.
Is it even blending or is it just grinding? Oh, wait, it did blend. It's just too thick. I'm gonna add some more liquid. This is definitely a shake.
It is a very satisfying thing to eat all around. Durian is all over Vietnam, and I think it connects to our culture because it's one of the indigenous fruits in the country as far as I know, and you make do with what you have, you fold it into your cuisine, and it becomes part of who you are. Sinh Riêng is a great way to introduce yourself to durian. It is a great way to treat yourself during the summer, and it's super easy. So go to your local Asian store and give it a shot. It'll be a fun afternoon.
We're starting off easy. We're starting with a drink. This is interesting because the condensed milk makes it very sweet and it's like thick and creamy, but that flavor of the durian gives it a little bit of this kind of sour flavor. I actually think I'm really into it. There's a really good balance of savory and sweet, although savory is kind of the wrong word. Fermented and sweet. Durian is funky. Like funkier than any other fruit I've ever had so far in my life. I do want to mention that I'm wearing a special pair of durian earrings that one of you guys made, Jessica Lawson. She actually also made a pair of earrings for me for my cherry episode. I'm leaving a link to her shop in the description, but like, look at these. I have decided though, you guys, I need to get a new blender. I think that's all this blender can handle. My red blender is going to be the absolute death of me. I got it for free. I need to just like salute it and say thank you for your service. So if any of you have a smaller size blender that you can recommend, please let me know in the comments because your girl is gonna upgrade. I feel like this is a good entry point dish, you know? It's just a drink. There's not too much durian in it. There's a lot of other flavors in there. This is the right way to begin the durian journey. The next dish, however, I decided to go from 0 to 100.
Hi Beryl, I'm Cass and I'm from Singapore, and I currently live in Australia. The dish that I like to talk about today are durian puffs. So durian puffs are basically baked choux puffs sliced in half and filled with durian mousse. The durian mousse is the star of the dish and it's made with the flesh of the durian and heavy cream. I like durian puffs because the choux pastry mellows out the strong taste of the durians, and a single serving is small enough that I really can't stop at one. And I also love that the ingredients don't overpower the durian, making it still the star of the dish. I think durian puffs are pretty common throughout Singapore. Every year, the durian season typically runs from about June to August, and it's a time where you get the fleshiest and the best tasting durians.
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Put me on top, chef.
Many stalls, bakeries, and restaurants also would have a special durian-themed dessert menu, and many a time durian puffs would be on the list.
Okay, it's not done yet, but it's coming. These better taste good.
And as a country known for its love for food, I think that durian puffs would be a part of almost everyone's durian season.
I'm gonna pipe in this old Ziploc baggie.
I have fond memories of durian puffs as a child because during durian season, after almost every family dinner, durian puffs will make its way onto the table as a dessert. And in Asian culture, food is like one of the ways that we kind of show love towards each other. So then I associate durian puff with spending time with family. So durians are typically dubbed the king of fruit, and to me they smell sweet and pungent, but pungent in like the good kind of way that makes me think of home. So for first timers, I recommend eating durian in the dish. Many a time the smell of durian typically already puts people off, and the taste of durian is pretty strong. So I feel that having durian in the dish kind of helps to mellow out that strong flavor, and people might take to it better.
There is for sure a very interesting smell in the kitchen. Durian.
I feel that people should give this dessert a try, as it's a really good introduction to first-time durian eaters, and it's really delicious. So thanks Beryl for giving me this opportunity, and I hope you enjoy durian puffs.
We did it. Let's file this under things I never in my entire life thought that I would do, but then somebody submitted the recipe and then I decided to do it. File. I can't believe I freaking made these, and they look actually pretty good. It's honestly absurd that this is a homemade cream puff with a durian mousse. Like, who do I think I am? Right on my thigh. Okay. It's interesting, this flavor of durian is so specific. Like, I still can taste it long after I have finished eating. It like lingers and kind of, it like fills your mouth, and by proxy, like I can smell it still. I don't know. It's a lot. Wow, this pastry is good. Holy smokes. It tastes like a real pastry. It tastes like from a shop.
Am I a pastry chef?
I think I'm a pastry chef now.
God, I might as well be on Great British Bake Off at this point.
If you're somebody who's inclined to bake and wants a fun project, do a cream puff because it's fabulous. But if you're not inclined to bake, pay somebody to do this for you, buy it. Like it was, I feel amazing that I accomplished it, but.
You are powerful, you are strong. You can make pastry dough all day long.
I don't think I will ever make a cream puff again. I'm gonna be honest, and this is something I am wildly uncomfortable right now because I'm about to say a truth. I don't know if I am really enjoying the durian. But, you know, we've got 2 more dishes to see where we go.
Hi Beryl, it's Rudy from Indonesia. I live in Jakarta. The dish I want to talk about is Kue Pancong Durian. Kue Pancong is a traditional savory coconut pancake from Indonesia. You can eat it as your dessert, breakfast, your afternoon tea snack, or even your midnight snack. whenever you want, and nobody in Indonesia will complain about it because it is good. Pancong durian reminds me when I moved to Jakarta, then attending my sister's wedding. At the wedding, they serve it as a dessert. It is one of the most impressive Jakartan dishes I've ever eaten. Of course, because it used durian for the sauce. Durian is #1 fruit in Indonesia because it has character. So either you will love it or you will hate it. But for durian lovers like me, it tastes creamy, sweet, and smells good. If it's your first encounter with durian, don't try it straight. Eat it by mixing it with vanilla or coconut ice cream.
The first one was on this big pan, but I have this tinier one that kind of mimics the shape more, so round 2.
So it will bring up the creamy taste of durian, so you will gradually love it.
It's working. It looks so good.
Okay, that's all from me. Enjoy your pancong durian, Beryl. Bye!
I like that Rudy gave me the out, that I'm either gonna love it or I'm gonna hate it. This dish really reminded me of martabak, which I made a little while ago on the channel. Cuties. I was sparing with the sauce on top just because we'll just be, ooh, it's like got a little crunch to it from the sugar. You know what? You can taste the durian in the sauce, obviously, but actually, with this, I'm trying to decide if I actually believe what I'm about to say. I need another bite for science. The coconut pancake itself is not that sweet, but one of the fun little tricks that I learned is you put some sugar on the pan, so when the pancake cooks, it kind of like caramelizes and you get this crunchy sweet crust. This durian is just not that sweet. It definitely has a funky, like, kind of cheesy taste. Like, there's sweetness. I like what Rudy said, that it has a lot of character. You know, you bite into a pear, you know what to expect. You bite into an orange, you know what to expect. But like with a durian, do you know what to expect? I feel like it has so many different flavors depending on which fruit you get. I really do like this pancake though. It is really nice. It's not too sweet. You could pair this with chocolate sauce, or like a Nutella would be so good with this. Yum. One thing I wanted to mention was how I cook these. Ultimately, I ended up using a tarka pan to make Indian tarka because I was like, oh, it looks like the right shape. But I think you could just get away with making these pancakes on a non-stick. They might not be as thick, but like I think it would totally still work. Like, do I like the sauce on this? I don't not like it. I like this more than I liked the durian cream puff cream, for sure. This sauce to me is a lot better. There was a lot more in this sauce. Sugar, pandan, vanilla, ginger. One exciting thing that came from the dish is when I was getting the durian down in Chinatown, I went to a large Asian grocery store, and as I was wandering the aisles, picking out all the things I needed, they had pandan leaves there, which for me at least, it was very exciting because last time I needed pandan leaves, I had to trek out so far to Brooklyn, and now, boom, they were just in that freezer the whole time. There were so many durian products in the supermarket. It made me feel a little like, yeah, like we're missing out. Those of us who don't love it are obviously missing out on something because it's truly beloved. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many products durian flavored, right? All right, I'm gonna call this dish a success. I'm not gonna say that it made me like love durian, but by far, this has been my favorite way to have it. And it was really simple to make. Am I becoming a durian girl? I mean, probably not, but I'm becoming like a durian explorer.
Hey Beryl, my name is Mishkah. I'm from Malaysia but I currently live in the Middle East, and today I'm going to be talking about a traditional Malaysian dessert. It's called Kuah durian, and also some people call it Sarawak durian. So this dessert is made up of durian, of course. A lot of people use durian kampung, but you can just use any type of durian that you have. It doesn't really matter. And it's also made up of coconut milk or coconut cream.
Whoa! Whoa, that is the biggest seed! Holy smokes!
Look at this seed. It's like a little horn or like a shoe.
I think the creamier it is, the better, so I'd recommend to use coconut cream instead of coconut milk, and it's also sweetened with palm sugar or coconut sugar. Also, if you have some pandan leaves, you can add that in as well, because pandan leaves make everything taste better and make everything smell better.
Okay, this 22 milliliters of water, like it can't, this is so thick still, and I've made this before, so I know that we gotta make it a little thinner, so we're gonna go up to like, in essence, 40 ml of water in this. Like, I feel like I know, but also like I'm making a Malaysian pancake. Like, what do I really know? But like a pancake's a pancake.
A lot of Malaysians like to pair this with sticky rice or Roti Jala, which is like this nut pancake.
Turkey baster. Okay. I'm going back with my lacy pattern. Okay, this looks nice. Moment of truth. Oh! It looks good.
But you can also eat it with, a slice of bread, because a lot of Malaysians do that. They eat it for either like breakfast or dessert. So yeah, I really hope you'll give this a try, and I hope you like it. Thank you.
For some reason, I found this to almost be more stressful than the cream puffs. Oh! What? Oh! I think because I was like so sure that I had the batter right. Yeah, that's right. And then like I did not have the batter right. Okay, I was wrong. It's this. And the measurements for the sauce were, I think, like a little bit off. So I was having to go with my gut, but like this is the gut of a Jewish American cooking a Malaysian dish. No. All right, I'm gonna call that. So it might not have been perfectly in tune. I have made these pancakes before, and I do think that they're very pretty. I guess I'm gonna dip it. I guess I'm gonna just dip it. So this sauce tastes exactly like the last sauce. Okay, I made the same thing twice. I was kind of thinking while doing it like, this is the same, but because it was paired with something different, I thought like, that's cool, we'll do that. Comparing the two, I like the previous one more because that pancake had so much more going for it. It was like thicker and very coconutty. This one, when I had it the first time, I had it savory and like, I really liked it savory. The texture of the pancake is so good. The durian in this is like durianing. It's durianing. I tried to add a little more palm sugar, thinking that like an extra bit of sweetness might help offset that kind of cheesy, fermenty flavor of the durian. Now it's just like sweet, fermented, cheesy flavor. I have to say, this is one of the few times that I feel like a food has not gotten past these taste buds, which tend to be very open. And like, I like almost everything, but there's something about durian that like, it's wild. What? I just kind of feel frustrated because I'm like, I like everything and I wanted to, like, I really want to like durian because I want to be in the club. I want to be part of the crew of everyone who's like, yes, it's durian season and like, look at all these great durian flavors, but like, oh my God, I can't be. I'm just basic and I don't think I love the flavor. But you know what? I tried 4 times, 5. And I will say the Indonesian pancake, it got me the closest to like being like, yeah, I would definitely make this again. I'll make that pancake again. And I'll make this pancake again. I won't be making a cream puff ever again. I'm not gonna lie about that one. And the shake, I think that like ultimately, no, I probably won't make it. The one thing that I would like any of you to take away from this is just because I didn't like it, you shouldn't be dissuaded from trying it. And also, for all the people on the internet who've tried durian and are like, ugh, and like gagging and making this whole show of it, like, there's no need to ever put on a show like that if you don't like another culture's food. I think that you can tastefully not like something and you don't have to make it be like a part of your personality to just be like exaggeratingly rude. Okay? It's okay to not like foods. It's not okay to make fun of them or to make fun of others who do like them. So while I didn't like durian this time, I'm still really glad I tried. since we're on this subject, I'm linking you to 2 other videos of me trying foods that I don't like, and my mind did get changed a little bit in both of them. So just goes to show, there's always room to change. I will see you all in my next video.